Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dennis Dukonyala. If you're new here, please do ensure that you subscribe. Now behind me, as you can see, this is a lettuce field. Lettuce is known to be one of those high-end commodities or plants that you can actually venture into and make a lot of money. But the questions there are how? Where can I get the market? How do I raise lettuce? Where do I get the right seedlings? Well, worry not. These questions are going to be answered by one gentleman, Mr. John Musajakawa, who's been doing this since his retirement 8 years ago. He's been selling, and actually profiting from it. That's why he picked my attention, and I am just right at his farm where we've been discussing quite a lot, and in a few minutes I'll of course be showing you around his farm, what he's been able to do and how one can actually do something of this nature. So if you're new here, please do ensure that you subscribe. This is 2025 and I'm gonna bring you amazing content, not just animal but also planting among many other things. So stick around, let's meet Mr. John and we see what does he have for us. But if you're new here, I always talk about rabbit meat, and the restaurant is Sungura House located in Bukoto. So please go right there and support us. We have amazing food. See you in a bit. Nice meeting you, sir.
Okay,
Ugambotia. Yes, so guys, we're going to start from where everything starts from, and that's where Mr. John has a nursery bed. So please come around with me. Let's see what happens in the nursery bed. So after you chose doing lettuce farming, we want to know, where does somebody start from?
Well, one has got to build up a nursery or a nursery place where the plants are going to, your seedlings are going to grow without any disturbances, and they must be grown into cockpit, which is a specialized growth material. So you must have a nursery which is covered by a polythene surrounded by a white netting.
Okay. Must it be in that condition? Can't I just put it outdoor there?
No, it's better to grow them in a nursery because you are going to have the growth environment controlled. Okay. Even this one is controlled. For example, we give them less water at times, okay, such that they don't get what? They don't get excess water to develop certain diseases. But the good thing with these lettuces, apart from fungal diseases, they don't have any known diseases as far as we're concerned.
Okay, so are these particular ones ready for transplant?
They need these ones, they need another week, such that they get stronger and used to harsh environment. That's why we're not giving them much what? Much water, such that when they go in the field, they're ready to adopt.
So at what age or stage do we transplant them? From the time you planted them on the nursery bed?
Maximum 3 weeks.
Okay. At 3 weeks, I have to transplant them?
Yes, so I've got to transfer them. Then we put them into a garden which we have already prepared, okay, covered with what? With grass, such that they don't lose much water as they grow.
Okay.
Okay. So this is where we're going to plant into a day's time.
Oh, the ones we've seen there?
Yes, are going to be transferred, okay, to this.
So as we prepare or plan for transplanting, what do we do to the soils, to the land and area, from just covering it up?
The soil is well prepared, well tilled, and there we put here chicken manure or rabbit manure. And we again put in what? Rabbit urine to kill off some of the insects and nematodes which will be down there.
Okay.
Right.
We're still here. In terms of spacing, what is the required or recommended spacing?
Well, 1 foot, and we have got 3 lanes.
I mean, on the lane,
Yeah.
in terms of each plant, each stalk?
It is 1 meter. No, sorry, 1 foot.
1 foot apart.
1 foot apart.
Okay.
Right.
So how big are these ones that we are seeing right here?
This garden is it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 meters to about 30 meters,
Okay.
and it can accommodate about 20, about 2,400 plants.
Okay. How old are these ones?
These ones are 6 weeks, and they will be ready next week.
Oh, so within 7 weeks. Now, let me get this straight. Are they 7 weeks from transplanting, or 7 weeks since they were put on the nursery bed?
Since they are put on the nursery bed.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. So you've transplanted. Say, for example, here. What's the next step to do to take care of them?
Well, nothing more apart from having water.
Mm.
Yes, because the manure is there, the soils, they just need water.
Okay.
Right.
Imagine I'm coming from an area where the soils aren't as good. What do? I add manure, I add fertilizers?
You can add fertilizers, but basically we're organic. We use animal what? Animal manure. Yes, specifically chicken manure and rabbit manure, but chicken manure of layers, not broilers.
Why not of broilers?
Well, the processes in the chickens different from broilers, and
layers.
and the feeds are totally different. So the outcome is different. So the droppings will have different contents, stronger in the nutrients needed by the plant.
Mm.
Yes.
You earlier mentioned that you're doing a lot of organic farming. How do you manage pests and diseases that attack these plants?
Well, one thing, these don't have diseases as such, apart from fungal diseases which happen when there is a lot of rain. But that is not important. But for things like aphids, you just have to spray with rabbit what? Rabbit urine. That's why we're having rabbits instead of cows and goats and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are the mature gardens which we have been harvesting in this week. As you see that they're almost empty, apart from the red one. I think we planted red ones, but they don't go as fast as the green ones. People prefer green ones. So when this garden is finished this week or middle next week, we are going to move to this one, and this one is going to take us another 3 weeks. Okay, if that one is finished, there is another one down. As that one is harvested, then we are going to have another one. So we have got normally about 4 or 5
different stages and gardens.
Yes, gardens.
Why do you plant them in different stages?
Well, to see that we continuously supply our customers, and they don't run out of what to sell.
Okay, so if you could give us the intervals with which you plant them.
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks you're transplanting?
Yeah, every 2 we're planting and transplanting. Yeah.
Okay, so for somebody to keep a steady supply. Let's talk about getting their market. Since you said they are high-end, not quite often people are high-end. I mean, the majority of people are not high-end in Uganda.
Well, that's why I said that you choose, when you are going in a business, you choose a niche. Okay? You choose a niche, you know there are different type of lettuces and things like that. Like, say, you go in a bar, people take whiskey, take brand and so on. And the person who is selling whiskey or who is manufacturing whiskey took a niche and he's having a market.
Okay.
Right.
So for you took this high end. So how do you get your customers
that
take your products on a weekly basis?
Well, I go visit restaurants, I talk to them, I convince them, and they say bring samples, and I take samples. They like it, and many people like to have salads on their meals.
Okay.
Right.
If I say, for example, had an acre of space, I've already, of course, bought the land. How much money do I need to start for an acre of growing lettuce?
First of all, you have got to invest in the water infrastructure, such that you produce throughout the year.
Okay.
That could take a few millions. Then the seeds are not so expensive. You have got to get the people who have got to look after the gardens, the workers and so on. Basically, that's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I need an agronomist?
Well, I don't think so. I don't. With lettuces, you don't. Just know the basics and you see how things are done. You can get one, but I think it's not necessary. This is something which you can pick up from internet and so on.
Okay.
Right.
But is it something that is viable that you can advise somebody to invest in?
Oh, of course, yes. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been doing it for the past eight years.
Okay.
Yeah, wouldn't have done it for the past 8 years.
Okay, as we wind up, could you give somebody that wants to start lettuce growing in particular some advice?
First of all, you have got to get a good source of your seeds. Get well prepared. 3, get land where you can have water and get good workers. And get sure that you're really involved in the work. Don't leave it to the workers, laborers, but you must get involved. You must get involved in the measurements of the planting area, so that they're planted straight and make sense even to the visitors and everybody else.